Genesis chapter 35, verses 1 to 29. I'm reading the New Revised Standard Version, the Green Bible. Genesis 35, verse 1. God said to Jacob, "Arise, go up to Bethel and settle there. Make an altar there to the God who appeared to you when you fled from your brother Esau." Verse 2. So Jacob said to his household and to all who were with him, "Put away the foreign gods that are among you, and purify yourselves, and change your clothes." Verse 3. Then come, let us go up to Bethel, that I may make an altar there to the God who answered me in the day of my distress, and has been with me wherever I have gone. Verse 4. So they gave Jacob all the foreign gods that they had, and the rings that were in their ears, and Jacob hid them under the oak that was near Shechem. Verse 5. As they journeyed, a terror from God fell upon the cities all around them, so that no one pursued them. Verse 6. Jacob came to Luz, that is Bethel, which is in the land of Canaan, he and all the people who were with him. Verse 7. And there he built an altar and called the place El Bethel, because it was there that God had revealed himself to him when he fled from his brother. Verse 8. And Deborah, Rebekah's nurse, died, and she was buried under an oak below Bethel, so it was called Alon Bakot. Verse 9. God appeared to Jacob again when he came from Padam Aram, and he blessed him. Verse 10. God said to him, "Your name is Jacob. No longer shall you be called Jacob, but Israel shall be your name." So he was called Israel. Verse 11. God said to him, "I am God Almighty. Be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall come from you, and kings shall spring from you." Verse 12. The land that I gave to Abraham and Isaac, I will give to you, and I will give the land to your offspring after you. Verse 13. Then God went up from him at the place where he had spoken with him. Verse 14. Jacob set up a pillar in the place where he had spoken with him, a pillar of stone, and he poured out drink offering on it and poured oil on it. Verse 15. So Jacob called the place where God had spoken with him Bethel. Verse 16. Then they journeyed from Bethel, and when they were still some distance from Ephrath, Rachel was in childbirth, and she had hard labor. Verse 17. When she was in her hard labor, the midwife said to her, "Do not be afraid, for now you will have another son." Verse 18. As her soul was departing, where she died, she named him Ben-Oni, but his father called him Benjamin. Verse 19. So Rachel died, and she was buried on the way to Ephrath, that is Bethlehem. Verse 20. And Jacob set up a pillar at her grave. It is the pillar of Rachel's tomb, which is there to this day. Verse 21. Israel journeyed on and pitched his tent beyond the Tower of Eder. Verse 22. While Israel lived in that land, Reuben went and lay with Bilhah, his father's concubine, and Israel heard of it. Now the sons of Jacob were 12, sons of Leah, Reuben, Jacob's firstborn, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun. Verse 24. The sons of Rachel, Joseph, and Benjamin. Sons of Bilhah, Rachel's maid, Dan, and Naphtali. Verse 26. The sons of Zilpah, Leah's maid, Gad, and Asher. These were the sons of Jacob who were born to him in Padam Aram. Verse 27. Jacob came to his father Isaac at Mamre, or Kiriath Arba, that is Hebron, where Abraham and Isaac had resided as aliens. Verse 28. Now the days of Isaac were 180 years. Verse 29. And Isaac breathed his last, He died and was gathered his people, old and full of days, and his sons Esau and Jacob buried him. New Revised Standard Version, the Green Bible, Genesis chapter 25, verses 1 to 29.